for over 40 years now. I started in the kitchen in Venice, a little hood in Venice. Just got a bunch of people that had some instruments. We started playing, started putting on shows, parties in our backyard. Just kept doing what we liked, and over the years, everybody said, you know, you guys could do something if you did this, and everything they told us we should do, we did that. And that's why I'm here right now. I think a lot of people in life, they're basically scared, and they follow the path of the least resistance. And when you follow other people, you never find your dream. So that's why I'm here. I'm very happy to be here. If you went back when I was a little kid, where we were, from, we're very poor, and to be like one day say, wow, I'm in Africa, you wouldn't even think about it, And so to be here and be here a couple days before, to meet a lot of people. And my dad always said when I was young, he goes, wherever you go, don't act like you belong, but when people welcome you there and accept you, and that's the best feeling. And so being here, it's like, if you were on a holiday or something, you're a tourist, whatever. But when you're here and people are accepting you, taking around, want to show you, a lot of the cultures, a lot of the places they were, things that mean something to them. That's the best feeling, because that creates what we always call family. People that are like-minded.
Okay, I'll figure it out myself. They just keep bugging me.
I think it's one of the ones that at the time it was so different than what other people were doing. And even when we did the video, there were someone that called us up. We didn't even know them, and they said, I just love this song and I want to do a video. And we're like, we don't got no money, And he basically said, I'm gonna just call everybody that was there. He asked and said, listen to this song, I want you to work for free. And so they're like, well, I like to get paid. And they're like, well, listen to the song and you get paid for free. And he ended up having this more people that wanted to work than he needed. And we've been very fortunate that there's people that feel a part of the music, be a part and stuff. And so I think it was one where, especially in the early 80s, when music's like, baby, baby, and I love you so much. To hear a song where people go, wow, that's actually, it's not radio, it's not this and that, but it's real. And I think that's the beauty of what we try to do. The irony of ironies is we didn't fit into anything. If you look back in the old 80s, there was very divisions in music. We didn't fit any of the styles, and then we didn't look like anybody else. People, whatever music they had, they kind of put on a uniform that they showed that the people they wanted to like them, and there was nobody that looked like us that was doing music and stuff. And we were before the hip hop thing, the rap, gangster rap came around too. So it's completely different. And we started doing music, and then all of a sudden started having things happen that we never expected. And then we did some really big tours and realized these are people that when I went to high school, I didn't want to be around, And so it felt like this isn't what I want to do. I'm not happy. So we stopped. And they did, the irony is we did a band, Infectious Grooves, with Robert Trujillo, who's in Metallica now, and Ty Trujillo, his son, is actually in Suicidal now. And it was a lot of fun. And then we started playing some of the old Suicidal songs. And I'm like, I'm having a lot of fun. And I realized context is really important, who you're around. There's certain people you grew up and you're friends because you live by them. But you realize they're just you're around them. Bring everything down. And there's other people who are just so good. You got a smile on your face and you didn't realize it. So that's one of the things I realized. It's I love the music. Maybe a lot of the other things involved I didn't like, and I always said I didn't want it to be a job. And I think that's the important thing. And so moving on, I was to the point I don't want to be any place I don't want to be. So many times people say, oh, this is a great opportunity. You got this great opportunity. And I'm like, millions of people love to do that. And I go, I'm not millions of people, And this one being right here, right now, I can honestly say most go someplace and they'll say this is the best place ever, and they go somewhere this is the best place ever. It's like politicians. They're fucking lying. They say what they think people want to hear, and I hate people like that, you know. So I don't want to be that person. My dad said, never become the person you hate. And so it's the best feeling in the world. My dad said the best thing in the world is to be able to look someone in the eye and tell them the truth, good or bad. You know what I mean? When they're fucking up, go, you know, they're having problems, and they're like, oh man, this is messed up, that's messed up. No, brother, you're messed up. You're the one that's fucking up. It ain't this, it ain't that. You're fucking up. Yeah, there's some bad luck, but you're making the wrong fucking decisions. And then on the same sense, when it's great, there's nothing better to say, dude, I'm proud of you, you know? And that's just part of it, being a human, I think, has gotten lost because we get programmed that we have to do certain ways, fit in certain ways, culturally, whatever, philosophies. Everybody's trying to get people to follow them, and you're never going to find happiness following someone else and stuff. And so the hardest thing in life is to get to know yourself, to like yourself, to respect yourself, so you don't put yourself in positions you don't want to be, because that's where you make the wrong decisions. His first show he did, he was 14 years old, and I love telling the story because he's like there, and Robert is like this, doing his roadie, and he's like, okay, tight, you got this, here, get this up, let me get the strap on. He's just, and he's all nervous, and some guy plays in front of 80,000 people a night, and he's like, Ty, where's you? Are you okay? You got this? Yeah, Dad, I got it. You ready? Yeah. You do your way? Yeah. And it was so funny. And then I was telling the story, the first song, we're playing You Can't Bring Me Down, and I'm running across the stage, and Ty went on the riser, and I didn't realize it when he was jumping off. And so he's like right there jumping off when I'm there, and I'm like, oh shit. And there's a size discrepancy between me and Ty. And Ty's little, and I hit him, and he flew about 8 feet, went on the ground, and in that like 2-3 seconds, which seems like 5 minutes, I'm just seeing him, oh no, he's gonna hit his head, blood's gonna go everywhere. It's the first song, the show's over, Chloe and Robert are right there. I'm like, do I apologize to them? I'm like, and Ty just got up and started playing. I'm like, woo, you know. But I talked to Robert afterwards. I said, oh man, I'm so sorry. And he goes, Brute. He's going to tell that story for years. So it's a great thing. And not only that, to be able to, he's gotten older, to go like, wow, he's got so much of Robert in him, besides looking a lot like him. And now he's like developed his own style. My brother was a pro skateboarder, and they were the first ones in empty pools and started skating in. And you're like, that was to me, that was like crazy, you know. And people are like, you swim in pools, you don't skate them. And the stuff that people are doing now, it's like they learn from what it is. They start at a different point, and Ty's like at a different point. When people see him, they're just gonna go like, this kid's amazing and stuff. So it's great to be a part of that work. I'm on stage and have that feeling of it's just like a great thing. And then of course, like having Jay on drums, just amazing drummer, and then Ben that was in Dillinger Skate Plant, and people that really love their music so much that I believe that when I was a kid, I'd be able to go like, these guys are doing something different. They're like, my dad said, sweat don't lie. They're up there and they're doing the thing where you see a lot of bands where it's just like, they're doing the same thing every show. It's synchronized. They say the same thing. So I think that one of the exciting things about Suicidal that we found, especially like when people bring their kids that don't know their friends what they like, and so they have to like it. They're just like, wow, that's just crazy, And that's the best thing, because I got young kids, and it's funny because my middle son just turned 15. The other one's 13. At their schools now, they're all wearing the Suicidal stuff. There's a whole bunch of group. They skate. They do that whole thing. Well, a couple years ago they were in hip hop. Now they're listening to all the Suicidal. So it's good. Love it. Oh, I think that's one of the things going before that in the Tony Hawk PlayStation. I remember Tony Hawk. My brother actually sponsored Tony Hawk, the first person to skate, sponsored by a skater at Dogtown Skate. And when he was doing the game, he called up. He goes, "I'm doing a skateboard game, video game. Want you to be in it." I'm like, a skateboard video game? That's not going to do anything. And then a few months later, one of my neighbors, someone else was there. They're like, and they're moto dudes, or they're not even skaters. They're like, oh, the Tony Hawking. And so it gave a lot of people that, still go from places, and that's the first time I heard it. And then being at GTA, there's so many people that heard Suicidal. And Suicidal is one of the ones where if you're from, especially California and the West Coast or in the States, everybody's kind of seen the shirts. And I've had so many people say, like, I always saw the shirts, I saw the pictures and the people. And I'm like, I'm not like them. But they never really heard the music. And then they heard the music, they're like, oh, that's Suicidal. And so that's been a really great experience, because we haven't really fit into a category. Everybody being exposed to it's been great. When I started doing music, my dad said, a lot of people get lost in music, and music and certain things, anything where people avoid living life. There's a lot of people that say, I listen to music and I escape from life for that amount of time. And I say, I want music to be something that motivates you to live life. To be the thing like, when You Can't Bring Me Down, it's like something, it's like a bad day, you don't know, it's fuck, I don't want to be around this. It's like you listen to, all right, let's do it. I want music to be something that's honest, and that when it be your best friend, it'll be there honest with you, and it gives you feelings and power, and hopefully to motivate you to have a better life, to follow your dreams, to sit there so many times, no matter where you go in the world, and people say, oh, you're so lucky, and I was like, what do you want to do? And they go, oh, I would like to do this. And I said, oh, so what do you have to go to school for that? What is it? Oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. And so I say, you don't want to do it then? Oh no, I want to do it. And I said, well, what are you doing? They go, well, there's all these obstacles, it's so hard. And I go, so you ain't even trying. You quit before you try it. How will you ever do anything in life? Even if you try and you don't get there, how are you ever going to do anything if you look for excuses to stop before you try? That's life. It's a journey to sit there. And it's like, whenever you do anything, there's nothing that's short. If you want to get somewhere, it's one step at a time. It takes a long time. Happiness is when you go to a thing, a long journey and path, and you accomplish something you never thought you could try and do it. That's what happiness is, and I think that's the point. You got to believe in yourself. If you don't, you never will. And that's a long journey. Every day will not be a good day, but every day you wake up and you have an opportunity to do something else is a great day.
You can call me ugly, but I still trust the way I choose. But how you gonna judge me? You never take the walk in my shoes. Well, don't you look trusty when I smile